Good morning, everybody. It is August the 10th. Wow, time does fly, doesn't it? Time to kick off another trading day, and hopefully we'll have some volatility to work with today. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, I hope y'all had a great evening. It rained again here. We got rain off and on for the next 4 days. The western southwest, the monsoon season for Arizona, New Mexico, is drifting eastward, and we'll take it. It's really unusual to have days 80 degrees plus or minus this time of the year, but pretty nice. Okay, today is the 30-year auction. That's probably the major dynamic that we deal with. And just a little review, the 3-year and 2-year are usually up, not guaranteed. The 5-year and 10-year are usually down. And the 7 and the 30-year are usually up at some point during the day. It can come as late as 12:30 Eastern. Then after the 30-year is auctioned, the market can go anyway. The 3-year was a fabulous auction. Yesterday's 10-year was really a pretty poor auction. And my guess is the 30-year auction will be deemed a pretty good one. It's the way that it does work. We start off this morning with resistance at 12.5 and to 14, and we have a high right here of 14. I'm hoping to sell 15s to 19s, 23 to 27. I think we've got an up bias, more interest in the long side than the short, but can sell failure to get through 16 to 20. On the buy side, good support at 4 to 8, so that'll be buy 1, and then 29 to 01 will be buy 2. Today's news, jobless claims 240, no one will pay any attention to it. PPI can move the market. Everybody's worried about inflation not being high enough now. PPI is called up 1/10. It's the precursor. It leads CPI. Core is called up 2/10. They actually look at both of these. Probably more so the raw number because it's a precursor. Natural gas plus 38B. And we have Dudley speaking at 10 a.m. And Dudley might have as much impact on the market today as the news does. So right here you have it. And we'll play for a trading range with an up bias in the 10-year. And we'll see if we can get a trade on early this morning. Looking at the 30-year. Okay, we had resistance this morning, 23 to 25, and then 28 to 31. So we got into that little second band of resistance. We'll make 24, 28 number 1, sell 31s to 03s, sell 1, sell 7s to 11s, sell 2. On the buy side, we'll make 12 to 16 number 1, buying 5 to 9, and then 29 to 01 for buy 2. And mouse just took a big jump there. I never know what causes that. Just all of a sudden, zap, goes. Okay, gold was up. The drumbeat of war got louder last night. Korea said they're going to launch 4 nukes at Guam. Now, I don't think anybody thinks we're going to go to war over this, but something needs to be done to at least shut this guy up. And really the country that has the most leverage on it is China. And if they aren't going to do anything to bring this guy in, then pressure on China is needed, and that can be done economically. China needs our markets more than we need their markets, and so that if China doesn't step up to the plate, things could get out of hand in a hurry. And what do we have in the United States? We have Trump. It's all Trump's fault about this North Korean problem. Trump's making this guy tell us that we're attacking. So Trump is being attacked from within and without, and that's not a united front. What we need is a consistent show of strength right here to pull this off, and I don't think we'll get it from our country. Okay, gold. Got this little bulge up at 89. So 89.91, that was the next stop structurally, was 91. Sell 1, 94.96, sell 2. Stops above 1300. Where we headed on the buy side, 80.82. Perhaps it might take an 84 to get in. We'll play for a little bit of a setback, and then 75, 77 for buy 2. But you don't show strength with all this dissension and all these attacks. You need to show both sides of the aisle united if we're going to get through this without, going to a hot war. Which, again, I don't believe will happen. I think last time we sent money in big chunks to North Korea was to the tune of about $5 billion. He knows that Iran got $150 billion, so he's out there fishing for more money, I think. Okay, looking at the euro. Got a seller now at 118. And perhaps a buyer below 117. Structurally, got this rally done from the low 117s. If we break that, then the next market is, so 116.50 would be the next stop if 117 comes out. Though we definitely have a P, the selling started in Asia. Q period, we've rejected prices below basically say 117.25. So first buy is 117.25, followed by 117 even. And on the sell side, 17.50, sell 1, 17.75, sell 2. Playing the market numbers heavily this morning. Poured out on OPEC, highest production to date so far in 2017, came last month, and nobody should be surprised. I mean, it's just the way things are done now. Saudi Arabia will point to the fact that they've shut in 600,000 barrels to maybe 900,000 barrels for maintenance in August, and everybody in OPEC will be scrambling to fill the void if they can. So we're at our 50 bucks. 50, 50 and a quarter, sell 1. 50, 50, 50, 75, sell 2. Everything is pointed up. Should at least get stops above 50. And on the buy side, 49.50, buy 1. 49 even, buy 2. So it's been a 48.50 market to a 50.50 market, and crude normally trades in $2 to $3 ranges, and so we're getting close to the top of the range. last but not least, the E-mini, everybody's favorite contract. You know, it's like the E-mini is burned into you. I had lengthy discussions with Pat, you know, why. And Pat is the E-mini from the tip of his toes to the top of his head. That's why the E-mini, because the lack of the requisite volatility you need as a day trader to prosper, and he just can't help it. It's just it's the way it is. And I know a lot of people are like that, but you know, the objective is to make money trading. And throughout the year there'll be 4 or 5 huge opportunities that are easy to see and easy to play off of an explosive piece of news that changes everything in a market, where you can just jump on board. So you know, if the E-mini is your bread and butter, learn to trade the bond in parallel. The bond still has enough volatility. They allow it to sell to let you make money. Take a look at crude or take a look at gold. No need to be frustrated in this game. Okay, we're at 65 right here. 65 to 70 is resistance. Would like to sell against 70 if we could, but you got a pretty clean break here at 66. So 65, 67, sell 1. 69, 71, sell 2. I'm going to put a question mark at 60. We got to take out that low to stay with the short side. I think there's one short left in the market, and if we don't break the 59.60 area, we're going to trade from the long side. Buy 1, 55 to 57. Buy 2, 50 to 52. News, jobless claims, 240. No one pays attention to it anymore. PPI, both numbers plus a tenth. And actually the PPI number, because it's a precursor, is more important than the core number, because it covers everything. And then nat gas plus 38B, and Dudley at 10 o'clock Eastern. And we'll see if the Fed is floating any new trial balloons. Focus will be PPI, core PPI, and the technical will be whether we can bust 24.59 or not. Okay, it's going to take a while to get stuff up and posted. Get busy on that. Be back with you as soon as possible. Good afternoon. It is August the 10th, 2017. Time to recap our trading today. Take a look at tonight and tomorrow. Get ready for trading the last day of the week, Friday. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. A mouthful. Well, yesterday afternoon we had a little rally, closed at 24.73. That held in Globex today. We came in this morning, held the 65 area plus or minus, and we had nothing but selling behind us. So today was a good day to trade. Why was it a great day to trade? Because the market sold. So there were our first trades. We had a 50-52 buy, our number 2 buy, our 55 area buy right here. Produce a trade. We wanted to get short to retest that bottom right there. So either of these two trades were profitable. This trade is a scratch. This B is a legitimate trade right here. This is a scratch. Retest failure S, retest failure S, S, retest failure with a failed auction. All legitimate trades right here. So plus, plus. A legitimate trade right here. Second trades are better. So this one would be a scratch. And here we sit. Market comes up. Now this is important. We get these long bars like this. People are trying to come out of the market, and we fail. And when we take out that bar's low right there, somebody's going to get short. So these two S's are producing, and we've made new lows right here. So we had projected this morning 36 to 46 is potential support. We're at 41 right now. 50 to 70 points is a normal correction in this bull market that's been going on since March of 2000. F1 and F2 are going to say find a place to sell it. There's our F1 screen. There's our move out of the middle today. Definitely a sell. F2, multiple distributions lower. Here's a move out of the middle in M period. And you can see the attractor down there. That's our 2436. Go through the low volume number, which is right here at 61. Next stop is 2436 structurally, and we don't know how long it's going to take to get there, but get there it can. Okay, tomorrow's news is limited. We've got CPI plus 0.2, CPI, core CPI plus 0.2, Baker Hughes, rig count, and that's what it was last week. So I'm guessing with oil prices here, we might not see this number grow again tomorrow. Looking at this screen right here, we're at 41. I don't know where the market is going to close, but if we were going to close right here, we'd be trying to sell 44s, 49s. We'll give it some room. Leaning against 50s the trade. Right there. Then 54, 56, sell 2. On the buy side, 35, 37, buy 1. And then 30, 32, buy 2. I think Nancy is right. It's 3 days in a row here working with Pat, and this morning with, well, 2 days with Pat, which were really very, very long days. Took more out of me than I thought. I have to get a nap this weekend and catch up. They say you never overcome a sleep deficit until you do. But again, I do apologize. Okay, weakness in the E-mini, better than forecast PPI numbers, and a strong 30-year auction, all combined to take treasuries higher. So outside day, we can still trade it on the 10-year. Looking at the F2 screen, definitely a P, but volume is below time. Normally after an auction week we get a pause day. If the E-mini continues to sell, we will be higher tomorrow. If the E-mini comes back and does that, I'm guessing a trading range. So we'll give it a little bit of room. 23, 27, sell 1. 31 to 03, sell 2. We'll put a question mark at 20. And a lot of it just depends on where the E-mini closes this afternoon. The normal occurrence after a trend day is a pause day in the E-mini. If the E-mini is not blowing and going to the downside, I imagine we'll look at a trading range tomorrow. Because normally what happens after an auction is the market pauses. Okay, 9 to 13 by 1. And again with the E-mini, it might take a 17 to get in. It just depends on what's going on there. 1 to 5 by 2. Looking at the 30-year, knob spread expanded. We're really moving right here. So 16 to 20 is number 1, 23-27 sell 1, 31 to 03 sell 2. Again, the tendency is a pause day after an auction week. And you can see that even with the heavy selling in the E-mini, we're not blowing and going to the upside either. Okay, looks like 4 to 8, number 1. So 29 to 01 buy 1. Pick up this area right here. 21 to 25 buy 2. Looking at gold. Strong market, higher low, higher high. Stops above 1300. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Looks like those are within reach. So that trade is finally going to kick in. Definitely a P. Volume and time are matched. So we had a 94.96. We're still pretty strong right here. We'll make 93.95 sell 1, 99.01 sell 2. I don't know what North Korea's response is going to be. Even China and Russia at the Security Council that Sonny or somebody pointed out this morning, maybe if it was Fitz. Everybody is trying to rein North Korea in. So we'll make 86, 88 by 1 and 83, 85 by 2. Crude oil just got crushed today, so nobody sees any threat to the petroleum supplies being interrupted. In fact, OPEC and everybody else will be more than happy to supply crude oil, much as they can, if war does break out. So, and again, I think the markets are telling us that war is not going to break out. I mean, it would just be, North Korea disappears. If they do what they say they're going to do, they're no longer there. Outside day in crude oil means we can trade it. Quite often when we have really hard breaks in crude, we do not get follow through selling the next day if there's not a hard piece of news, and there is not a hard piece of news to tie to this. So it's just one of those $2 days. Could be, Sonny. Again, you saw the internals today better than I did. Your feeling was that the numbers are pretty high, so maybe it's just short-term trading profits. I don't think anybody's sitting heavy shorts. If you listen to Trump's press conference today, not saying he's on the warpath, but he's after, some people better start performing. Okay, crude oil just right here looking. There's a pretty clean break right here at 49. And the market has been bought at 48.50 before. So we're in that area where crude could be bought. We'll play for a little bit lower. We'll hope for 48s, 48 and a quarters. May have to pay up. But then 47.50, 47.75 for buy 2. On the sell side, 48.75.49, 49 1/4, 49.50 sell 2. But we can have $2 days, $1.50, $2 days. They seem to happen, get one of them every couple of weeks in crude, and selling just gets started and it continues. And we made our business plan early and certainly could have made it a lot more deeper into the session. But the objective now is to get you a business plan and make that and teach you how to keep money in the account. And you do that by going to sim trading from live. Higher low, higher high in the euro. And as your skills progress, then you can go to sim trading later and later in the day. So quite a trip. We got down to the and we were hoping to buy 25s this morning, didn't get close to it. All over. So you had a nice run down in Globex and ran it back up. So selling 118 even, 18.10 sell 1, 18.25 sell 2. On the buy side, 17.75 buy 1, 17.50 buy 2. But you know, at the end of the day, I wish we could spend more time with the euro. Couple of days a week we have huge days in it, but it's, if you can get started London time on the euro, I mean, it's a hell of a contract. And it's got, on a 3-minute chart for the last 15 days, it's got the highest number of ticks between a rotational high and low. It's that volatility that makes it easier to make money. And we need volatility to prosper. Or you're a range trader. You're coming and saying higher and lower. And sometimes it's easy to do, sometimes it's not. And you're trading with wider stops. It's certainly a less intense day. So that does it for August the 10th, 2017. I will see you all bright and early in the morning. Hope you all have a great evening. We've got more rain and 80-degree days, give or take, in our forecast next 4 days. So life's pretty good on the central southern plains. Later.